The Bible was speaking in Daniel chapter 11, verse 2. It says, and such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people who do know their God, they shall be strong and do exploit. They that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. This scripture is barely stating that the extent of the exploit that you can do in life is based on your knowledge of God, is a backdrop of your knowledge on God. It is not those that know our God, it is those that know their God. It's personalized. The extent of your life, the extent of your exploit, the extent of the the things you can do is based on your knowledge of God. I have come to see that man was not designed to do things on their own. A man was not designed with that level of independence, so to say. Men were made to be puppets of spirits. Men were meant to be puppets, to be puppeted, to be handiworks, to be puppets of different spirits. The way a man is designed, if he is not assisted by an external force, by an external power who is capable of going beyond his humanness, he can't be able to do anything. So the flesh is a limitation. If you are in Lagos, you cannot be in Abuja. If you are in today, you cannot see tomorrow. So how was man designed to survive the planet? There is no way man could have survived the temptation of the devil or the temptation in the Garden of Eden. Man was never designed to know what's going to happen. All you have is now. All all you're able to be presented is limited informations that you have, limited limited ability that you have. So you are limited at all sides. And if something goes wrong, if sickness comes, even the greatest man dies. Every life comes to an end at the end of the day. So man is limited. Man is heavily limited. Without the help of spirits, man will not be able to do anything. The extent of the exploit that a man can do is dependent on his knowledge of his God. So you don't go far in life, you don't exploit in life, you don't explore in life because you are knowledgeable, because you know yourself. You only do exploit because you know your God. It is to the extent that you surrender yourself to the wills of a deity that gives you that free will, that gives you an advantage upon the face of the earth. Because come what may, you have a limitation, and that limitation speaks at every time. From when you are born, you are buffeted by sickness, by disease, something around hoping to take your life at any time. You cannot see tomorrow. You're sick. You can be sick. No wonder the devil tries to attack the foundations of your faith. The foundation of your faith is what the devil tries to attack every time. We just cite some people just cite example that something happened in one church. Therefore, Christianity is not worth practicing. No, it is the devices of the enemy, and the Bible said we are not ignorant of the devices. We're not oblivion. We're not ignorant of how the enemy works because he has done it over and over. We've seen the enemy perpetrate evil at the very highest level. So we know how it comes. It comes to demean your faith. It comes to to ridicule your faith. So by the time your faith level is low, it can be able to pump in that depression, pump in that discouragement, pump in that doubt. You do not know the extent of the wickedness that you can perpetrate. Imagine there was no God. Imagine there was no Jesus to regulate the affairs of men. There was no high level of objective moral being. Men will come out and slay themselves. Men can poison themselves. Men will do everything. Look at the societies that separated themselves away from God, that became too wise for their own good and separated themselves away from Jesus. Some of them cannot even, they are no longer able to define what is a man and a woman. They don't know what is. You ask somebody, something that an elementary child will know. Who is a woman? It's not difficult. And these are the people, some Africans and Nigerians were citing example. Look, go to America, they no longer go to. You want to come to the point where you cannot be able to define what a woman is anymore because of the level of perversion and the extent of perpetration that darkness has had on the society. You must strive to increase your knowledge of God, because that is to the extent that your exploit, true exploit. Because without God, without Yahweh, without Jesus, you will only be building Babylon. So I'm encouraging you, as you see this live, I'm encouraging you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button. It's not going to take money from you. Just hit the subscribe button so that we can be able to reach more people. We can be able to reach out, because it seems as if those people who are clamoring against Jesus have louder noise. They're able to make louder noise. So please help us. Just hit the subscribe button and let us know what you're thinking. And God bless you. Have a lovely day.